No Film School's coverage of NAB is brought to you by My Road Reel. The world's largest short film competition is back. Shutterstock, your source for stunning HD and 4K footage, plus high-quality music. Blackmagic Design, amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television.
Hey guys, this is Andy with No Film School. We're here with Wes, the CEO of SmallHD, known for their on-camera monitors, but today they're debuting some director's monitors.
That's right. So we actually, about a week ago, launched these 3 models, and we're planning to ship those in May. So they're getting really close to being ready and available. And I think these are going to do great in rental because we've seen how well the Panasonics of the past have done, just the really rugged models that have just really lasted well in the field, and we've done our best to design these very rugged. We've done some pretty fun durability tests on our website with these. We shot them with bullets and paintballs and ran them over with cars, and they survived all those tests. So it was really fun to kind of challenge these things. The other benefit to them is they're all daylight viewable. Just like our 702 Bright, our on-camera monitor, we've carried forward the daylight viewability to these in an environment where you're shooting in the field. You're not having to build a tent for your monitors. You're not having to put the sun hood on so that multiple people can actually see it at one time.
Super sweet. And are these 10-bit or 8-bit panels?
They range. These two are 10-bit. This one's 8.
What are the sizes?
17, 24, and 32.
Anything you can tell us about calibration?
Yeah, so actually we're doing some interesting things with calibration. So we'll be able to, all of these will be able to, I guess, vector toward P3 and Rec 709 and Rec 2020, that kind of thing. And we actually are designing it so that you can plug in a color puck or a colorimeter to the USB port and put it on the front of the display and have it actually calibrate itself. It'll create its own 3D LUT and install that in the monitor on its own.
So are these proprietary sort of colorimeters that you have to have, or can you use, say, X-Rite or some of the more traditional ones?
The one that we're developing on today is X-Rite, and we'll hope to expand that a little bit more because we know that some people want to use a higher-end probe, that kind of thing. So we're starting there because it's just sort of the bigger, the more affordable and more mass-market one to do a quick color correction on your monitor.
Resolution?
All of them are 1080p. And again, daylight viewable.
What would you say separates these from, say, the Panasonic 17-inch that I think a lot of people are used to seeing on set?
Yeah, the 17-inch, it depends on which one you have. Sometimes those are still 720p, I think, so resolution's higher. The brightness is way higher. These two are 1,000 nits, and this one is 1,500 nits. Again, the daylight viewability of them just is, it's such a night and day difference when you're looking at it outdoors and just being able to see contrast still and not letting the sun wash that away. So you're able to still see your images very, very clearly. I
notice over here you have picture-in-picture. What's going on over here?
Yeah, so the menu system is actually very similar to our small monitors with the addition of the multi-view function. So if you'll see, it's just kind of like our typical menu system with our pages, but we've added this multi-view page. So if I go in here and I just hit multi-view, it brings me to this where I can view all of we have 3 inputs on it, 2 SDIs and 1 HDMI, all with pass-through. And you can view those separately, or you can actually replicate the same signal here like we've done, and you can add different tools to each window. So if you want the raw here, one with a LUT, one with red line peaking, and one with exposure assist, you can check all those things with just one image very quickly.
That's great. So it's a pretty versatile. And if you know how to use one of the 501s or the 502s or some of your on-camera monitors, you'll pretty much know exactly how to use one of these.
Exactly. It's very adaptable. You can actually manipulate the whole monitor with the back button and the joystick just like you do on our small monitors, but we've provided these buttons here just to make certain actions a little bit more quick.
The prices are here. These look like they're more of a rental option. When do you think they'll be in rental houses?
Hopefully May timeframe. We're actually starting mass production on the 32 next week, and so that should ramp up, and we should start getting those out to resellers and rental houses. And so I suggest you check them out.
This is the 700 Lite series. This right here is a 701 Lite. If you're familiar with the 500 and 700 series from us, you know that we have the top-end scopes in the business. Vector scope, waveform, histogram. The scopes and the tools that you're used to from SmallHD, we now have at a lower price point. This is a 7-inch monitor, very similar to the 702 High Bright. The main difference here is just the panel. This is a 720p panel as opposed to a 1080p panel. And it's a 450 nits as opposed to 1,000. So it's a little bit less bright, still brighter than your average LCD. And it's 720 720p instead of a full 1080. But what this means is that you can have a high-end production monitor that's a little bit lower resolution for a price point at $699 for HDMI only, $899 for HDMI and HD SDI. They still do the HD SDI version, does cross conversion. Your LUTs will go downstream, so all of the features that you're used to with the 702 Bright or the 500 series are now available at a lower price point, even lower than the 5-inch. If you actually take a look at the back of these, the battery plates in the up position use the Canon LPE6, that nice ubiquitous battery that everyone has a drawer full of home. We have in the down position the Sony NPF series. So you have a Sony, NPF 970, you'll be able to just plug that in. If it has the NPF pin out, it'll work. Additionally, we have a faux LP6 adapter that you can actually use a DTAP to barrel on there. So if you have an Anton Bauer or any other type of Dionic that you're using, this gives you nearly unlimited power for your shoot. Additionally, we have an AC power to barrel connector, and we also will be providing a 2-pin LEMO. So if you're using an Alexa, you can actually just pop that right into the back on the faux LPE6. So we are very excited about this. It has LUTs. You can load that via your SD card just like before. You can use image capture and all the full software suite that is now available on the 701 Lite. The 702 Lite is the exact same unit. It just includes HD SDI connections, and then it does cross conversion as well.
All right, thank you, Joey.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great day, guys.